who call Mount Juliet home, you soon have the chance to hear from your city mayor. It's happening right here at the Rutland Place thanks to your Chamber of Commerce. And then for those who call Wilson County home, you have the same opportunity to hear from your county mayor in the coming weeks. We are so happy that you're joining us for this week's Making It in Mount Juliet. First up is your State of the City monthly luncheon with your Mount Juliet Mayor, James Maness. It's happening at the Rutland Place from 11 to 12:30, so mark your calendar for the day of Wednesday, February 18th. And then mark your calendar for Wednesday, March 18th. That is when you can come back out here to the Rutland Place to connect with your Wilson County Mayor, Randall Hutto. Today, your host, Mount Juliet Chamber President Mark Hinsley, sits down with Ashley Montgomery, a local leader who is one of the first to connect with a new business. You'll learn today how she gives back to a community that has supported her. Then hear from the director of your Mount Juliet Help Center. Carolyn Smith speaks from the heart as she shares the need in your community and how you can make an impact. Lastly, your local realtor, Eddie Rockensock of Benchmark Realty's Team Rockensock, joins Mark to talk real estate and the demand Mount Juliet is seeing. And we'll wrap up today giving you a look at your new Mount Juliet Chamber board members.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Join Busy Bee's Beehive Club today. Priority service, routine maintenance, year-round comfort. Right now, buy this year and get next year free. Busy Bee, where you'll always be more than satisfied.
Welcome back to another episode of Making It in Mount Juliet. My name is Mark Hinsley with the Chamber of Commerce. I'm glad you're with us today. I'm excited to announce and introduce, if you don't already know, Ms. Ashley Montgomery. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Ashley, you recently switched banks and you're now...
So I am a business banker with Southern Bank of Tennessee. I have worked in Mount Juliet in banking for the last 15 years and just recently started with Southern, so I'm super excited.
We're very, very excited to have you with us today. You know, a couple of things that kind of stand out when I think of Ashley is your community engagement. And you're one of those people where I think there's 3 or 4 of her, because every time I see something good going on, it seems like you've got your hands in it. Let's talk real quick about Rotary. You're involved with the Mount Juliet Lunch Rotary Club.
Noon Rotary.
And you've served in leadership roles there as well?
Mm-hmm. Started off as the club membership chairperson, and now I'm currently the president-elect.
There you go. So they're going to have you around for a little while.
They're going to have me around for a little while.
When you have so many different nonprofits and service organizations, and I think Wilson County has nearly 220 nonprofits, you chose Rotary. What was it about Rotary that made you decide that's where I want to invest some of my time and treasures and talents?
They just do some great things in the community, so I'm just privileged to be a part of it. I reached out to a few people in the community, seeing what I could get involved in, and the first thing I heard was Rotary, so I investigated a little bit and decided that sounded right for me.
Well, there are 4 Rotary clubs in Wilson County, 2 in Lebanon, 2 in Mount Juliet, each having a breakfast and a lunch club, and you're in the lunch club. Mm-hmm. What are a couple of the programs that maybe appeal to you the most, that makes you feel like I'm glad I'm in the Noon Rotary Club?
We have a program called Read to Succeed that's all of the clubs contribute to, and Read to Succeed donates a book to every first grader in Wilson County every month. So it's always fun to get to deliver those books.
That's amazing, and you picked a good one, because I think last February of 25, they donated their 100,000th book, so they've been around for a little while. Mm-hmm. Something else that I've seen you engaged in recently, which must be near and dear to your heart as well, and probably having some fun there, is with our senior community.
Yes.
How long have you had connections and engagement with the Mount Juliet Senior Activity Center?
For a few years now, and honestly probably a little longer than that. Even with my old job, I would go and kind of serve.
I know one of the more recent things is the Senior Citizen Center, at least my seeing you with that. But you've been involved with the Senior Activity Center for quite some time.
Yeah, several years now. Even before I became a board member, I would go and kind of serve root beer floats to the seniors and call bingo and just get involved, eat the spaghetti, eat the wonderful spaghetti
That is one of that. That's their biggest fundraiser. That's, what when we think about making it in Mount Juliet, it's not the assembly we're going to put this together, but it's whether it's making friends or making your life or making your business better. What is it that appeals to you and maybe even your customers at the bank about investing personally or professionally in Mount Juliet?
I mean, anybody that's been involved with the chamber at all, any businesses know that the chamber really helps all of the business, anybody that wants to be a part of it. So it's always so much fun. I love that it's my job now, that I just get to go to all the chamber events and all the ribbon cuttings and all the things going on in the community. But I mean, the leadership makes it a place where businesses can thrive.
We're closing out 2025 with 230 new business licenses in Mount Juliet last year, which it has just kept going up and going up and going up. And last year there were 216. So even a pretty good sized jump over new businesses. And each one of those is a commitment into the community. And those on the commercial side, they need a bank. So you're in that space where you at least give them an option, and you're on the commercial lending side, correct?
Yes.
Do you get a sense from your customers and prospective customers that they too feel like Mount Juliet, Wilson County is a good place to make it?
I definitely do. We get calls from people just planning to move here to see what we think we can help them out with. But it's a very popular place to be right now, and you can see why. You know. Well,
it's the little secret's out. Our mission is simple: to make it a better place to live, work, shop, play, pray, and raise a family. Mm-hmm. And it should be no surprise that when you do all of that and you do it well, like a lot of people that have come long before you and I, we shouldn't be surprised that people are coming from all over the place to call Mount Juliet home. You're on the front line of that. What do they like about it? Is education important to them, or home prices, or low crime? What are the things that appeal to them the most?
Education, low crime definitely. I have lots of friends here in Mount Juliet that have moved here from New Jersey and Canada and Chicago, and some of them are relaxed enough to leave their doors unlocked all the time. Like, I can just walk in their house at any time, and this is one of the few places that you could probably do that.
Well, what would you say to somebody that is thinking about opening a business in Mount Juliet as far as the support they're going to get? We have our ambassador program, and you're on the ambassador. And
yes,
that gives you kind of a front end opportunity to make new friends and hopefully make business contacts.
Yeah, I get to meet all the new business owners. It's always a celebration. The chamber always comes out full force. And we love to be able to just be one of those first points of contact. Well,
as somebody from the Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to take a chance to personally thank you, Ashley, for you and your business support of the community and for the Chamber. I do believe that together we all do more than any of us could really do on our own. And I want to thank you for helping make it in Mount Juliet.
Thanks, Mark.
And we want to thank Busy Bee and Two Rivers Ford for being our sponsors for this event.
I'm Carolyn Smith. I'm the director of the Mount Juliet Help Center. The Mount Juliet Help Center is a client choice food pantry. We serve West Wilson County, and we also offer utility assistance and free clothing. We've been here for 44 years. 7 pastors came together and decided they could serve better by working together. And I just think we're so important as part of the caring community that Mount Juliet is. We try to serve everyone with dignity and respect, because we know that people are just one emergency away from needing a little bit of help, and we're here to provide that for them. One thing we like to say is they're people just like us. They're your neighbor. They could be your teacher. There are so many people who just have something happen that they weren't prepared for, and that's why we're here. We serve elderly people on a fixed income, just all kinds of people, and they're just like us. We are very easy to get help from. All you have to do is provide proof of address that you live in our service area, and we're going to set you up. We offer not just non-perishables, but milk, meat, eggs, produce. We provide hygiene, which is something you can't buy with food stamps. So please come help us. And we'd love to have more support from the community. I mean, every donation is very much needed and welcomed. You can do a food drive. You can donate money. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can help. You can donate clothes. I mean, whatever works for you. We have 2 programs for school-age children. We have the summer food program. It provides 4 days worth of breakfast, lunch, and snacks. That's to provide, fill the gap between when school's out. And we also have a school supply giveaway where we provide brand new, good quality backpacks and school supplies tailored to each school's grade level. So we're real proud of both of those programs. We have a website, www.mountjuliethelpcenter.org, and we're on Facebook and Instagram.
You've all heard it before. You get what you pay for. Here at Busy Bee, we're not the cheapest. We're a premium service company. Don't take my word for it. Check out our reviews. 24/7 emergency service, top-tier talent we hire for skill and for care, premium parts and equipment so the job lasts, and our more than satisfied promise from a local company that stands behind every job. Busy Bee, where all the buzz is about great service.
We get up early to work hard. We're American made and Tennessee strong. We've been selling Ford trucks for over 40 years. We're Two Rivers Ford. Ford Truck Central.
Hello, Mark Hinsley. Thank you for joining us once again for Making It in Mount Juliet. It's my pleasure today to introduce my friend Eddie Rockensock with Benchmark Realty. Team Rockensock, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for coming over today. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me.
Love to know just to maybe our viewers get to know you a little better. Maybe you can tell us just a little bit of how you got to where you're at in real estate, maybe a career path, where you went to school, things like that.
Gotcha. So one of the unicorns, right? Born and raised here in Mount Juliet. Lived here my whole life. Have seen it grow to the great city it is. Always been a great city, but even better. I actually started my career teaching and coaching at Mount Juliet High School and Mount Juliet Middle School, and have kind of made a little switch as kind of some paths changed into real estate. And my mom was a real estate agent for a long time, so I kind of joined her and fell in love with it. And I guess 13 years later, here we are. It sounds like you got a pretty busy schedule. It must be awesome to have a whole generation of students call you Coach Rock. That's not something a lot of people get called. But what's the real estate industry in Mount Juliet right now? Good place to do business, and probably some challenges. Definitely some challenges anywhere in real estate, right? Kind of riding the wave. The fortunate thing about being here, and right, I can't speak enough about how growing up here and knowing the area has helped. But challenges are the same everywhere, right? Inventory issues. The last couple of years, we've had some interest rates that have been a little unstable, so up and down. That's been a little bit of a challenge. But the biggest thing is we have so many people that want to be here. It's hard to house all of them. So finding the right opportunities has been.
We talk about what it takes. One of the very important elements of getting a company to relocate their headquarters here or to open a business is a workforce, and public education is the foundation for all that.
Yep.
Similar importance on education for people moving in here as residents?
Yeah, as our team kind of plans, we do a lot of our planning around our school system. So when our school system out, we tend to be really busy because people are trying to move in your summers, in your breaks to start on the new semester, all that stuff. Education. I mean, I think this year we're honor classes. What was the term that we
honor schools? 14 or 15 of them.
Yeah. Being the first kind of suburb outside of Nashville, this is where we tend to get a lot of business people that want, young families want their kids to grow up in good schools, and we biased, right? We got the best.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
15 minutes from the airport if there's not too much traffic, and if you do have to work downtown, the sun's not in your eyes on the way in or on the way home.
That's right.
We're definitely on the right side of Nashville.
Yeah.
But what are some of the trends that you see? If you were to look into your real estate crystal ball, what's it look like in 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, that's a great question. one of the things that we pride ourselves on at Team Rock and Sock is knowing all the data, right? We want to know as much as we possibly can. We figure the people with the most information typically win. We spend a lot of time looking at that. One of the things that really kind of benefits us being here is, let me speak more about just specifically Mount Juliet. As we have some leaders and chambers that are doing a good job of strategically bringing in the right people, the right folks, the right businesses, there's more people that want to be here, right? So our infrastructure, although people complain about our roads and some of the traffic in different places, I would challenge them to go other places and see how tough it is there. And it is different from when I grew up, right?
Yep.
Where there used to be 2-lane Mount Juliet Road and 10 cars, now there's 5 lanes and a few more cars.
We had a Department of Transportation representative out a few years ago, and someone made the comment, "What are you going to do with all these orange barrels?" And you could have heard a pin drop when he said, "If you think living in a town with orange barrels is tough, try living in one without any orange barrels." Right. And we do play catch up on our infrastructure, just like everybody else, but often lost in the shuffle. But you're right there. With the deliberate recruitment of businesses with good paying jobs, that is going to, I think, positively impact the housing.
For sure. One of the things that we see that's a little bit of a struggle is density, right? Making sure that we still preserve what makes Wilson County and Mount Juliet great, and still get the people that want to be here, right? We're all friendly here, right? We want nice, good folks here, and that is one of the challenges that I see is as we continue to grow, as we keep getting high-paying jobs, great businesses, great people here, is making sure that we got space for them.
Well, we'll say this for another segment, but the County Commission is about to approve the land use plan, which is a major document to help chart that path forward. Saturday morning, no work at the Rock and Sock household. What are you doing on a typical Saturday morning, Eddie?
That's a great question. So I got 3 girls. They keep me busy. We tend to be chauffeurs anymore, right? 17, 14, and 11. We're at a basketball game, or we're going to see something else, or we like to spend a lot of time out in the woods, so we'll go down to the lake and Long Hunter and walk around a little bit. And we're fortunate to partner with a buddy. We got a couple acres out in Granville, Tennessee, out a little east a little bit, so we'll go. Got a little smaller waterfall out there, so we like hiking around, doing that kind of stuff. And
well, before our time gets away from us, I want to thank you for being one of those people that's really making it right here in Mount Juliet. Also, thank you for the support of the business community. I think together we can all do better than most of us could do individually, and people like you who support the greater good are important to our success. And I'd like to make sure we thank our sponsor, Two Rivers Ford, for making this possible. And if you have an interest in being on Making It in Mount Juliet, don't hesitate to give us a call. Eddie, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
Join Busy Bee's Beehive Club today. Priority service, routine maintenance, year-round comfort. Right now, buy this year and get next year free. Busy Bee, where you'll always be more than satisfied.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Welcome back. If you would like to learn who's sitting on your Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, all you have to do is head over to their website, mjchamber.org. There you'll find their name along with a picture and the business the person represents. Thanks so much for joining us here at Making It in Mount Juliet. Have a great day. We'll see you back here next week.